Wow, check this out. Judge who reversed teen's rape conviction removed from the bench. In a scathing report, Illinois Judicial Oversight Board found Judge Robert Adrian subverted the law and then lied about it under oath to serve his own interests after reversing his guilty verdict against a suspect. Wow.
Cammie Vaughn was 16 when she learned she'd have to fight. It was May 2021 in rural Quincy, Illinois. Cammie says she drank at a party, fell asleep on a couch, and woke up to someone she didn't know holding a pillow over her face.
I couldn't really see anything and I couldn't breathe good because once I understood this man is raping me, I kind of pushed him off me, rolled off the couch, and I leave the room and went immediately crying and telling my friends what had just happened.
The investigation and 3-day bench trial were swift, with 8th Judicial Circuit Court Judge Robert Adrian convicting then 18-year-old Drew Clinton of criminal sexual assault. The charge carried a minimum sentence, 4 years in prison. What did you think when you heard the guilty verdict?
I mean, I was extremely happy that the man who assaulted me would be going to jail, be going to prison.
Then, in January 2022, a stunning pivot at the sentencing hearing. You reversed your own ruling.
Yes.
According to court transcripts, Judge Adrian said about Clinton, quote, "This happened when this teenager, because he was and is a teenager, was 2 weeks past 18 years old," adding he has no prior record, none whatsoever. By law, the court is supposed to sentence this young man to the Department of Corrections. This court will not do that. That is not just. Then, calling the 5 months Clinton had already served in jail, quote, "plenty of punishment," Judge Adrian found Clinton not guilty.
There was no new evidence, nothing new to make him change his mind. It was like getting slapped in the face.
According to transcripts, Adrian continued, "We have people, adults, having parties for teenagers, and they allow co-eds and female people to swim in their underwear in their swimming pool. They provide liquor to underage people, and you wonder how these things happen. Well, that's how these things happen." The court is totally disgusted with that whole thing. And what's going through your mind?
I had to leave the courtroom. I couldn't be in there. I mean, I was broken.
For nearly 2 years, Facebook groups and petitions called for Judge Adrian's removal, accusing him of reversing his ruling to keep Clinton out of prison despite believing he was guilty. Protests plagued his re-election campaign.
Clinton was not guilty.
Which he won. Then, late last year, a rare hearing with the Illinois Courts Commission, the state's official oversight board. That commission has now removed you from the bench.
Yes.
Today, Judge Adrian stands by his reversal, now saying he did it after revisiting the evidence.
I revisited the whole evidence because I can do that. It's a bench trial. It's not a jury trial. So I get to look at the whole evidence again. And so once I did that, I saw that I'd made a mistake.
His story now, that he reversed his ruling not because he disagreed with sentencing laws. He says he no longer believed Drew Clinton committed assault.
I didn't explain my not guilty ruling because in order to do that, I would have had to say, well, I didn't believe her.
You don't believe her?
Yes, I didn't believe her. I would have had to say that in court.
Wow,
I didn't
this
want
guy's
to
a
say
fucking
that.
idiot. You
She's
didn't
a
believe her?
minor.
The oversight board,
Oh, yeah,
not
she's just
buying
gonna lie to
it,
the
writing
ticket.
Adrian intentionally subverted the law,
fucking
then
hypocrite.
lied about it under oath to serve his own interests,
She said she
adding
tried to
they
push
don't
him out.
accept his contention that
Her
he
face
made
was
a
on a
mistake
pillow.
in
Oh, yeah,
finding
she
Clinton
didn't
guilty.
believe her.
And, quote, to any reasonable
Oh, yeah, what's
person,
that? She said,
Adrian
oh,
was
yeah, she
refusing
was
to
just
sentence
into it. She
Clinton
was
to a
asking for it. Get the
mandatory
fuck
prison
outta here.
term because he did
I'm
not
glad this
believe
motherfucker
prison was a
removed his
just
bench.
sentence under the circumstances.
There's a
This
huge
fight
difference
became
between
about the
consensual
judge.
sex and non-consensual.
Yeah, Cammie, now
someone forcing
18,
something and
maintains
raping.
she was assaulted. The commission said you lied. Are they wrong?
They are wrong.
Okay.
They're totally wrong. The judge should have discretion on whether or not they sentence somebody to
Not
the
beyond the
Department.
bounds of the law.
Huh?
Judges have discretion, but within the limits of the law.
Right.
And the commission found
Right.
that you circumvented the law, not
The
wanting to
commission
send
didn't
him
look.
to prison.
The commission didn't look at the evidence in the case. And if they would have looked at the evidence in the case, then they would have seen that he was not guilty. But they didn't want to do that because they knew they'd be facing the mob that I've been facing the whole time. and they didn't want to do that. So it's simpler just to sacrifice a poor judge.
You feel like you were sacrificed?
I do.
Clinton declined comment for this story, but through his attorney still maintains his innocence. For Cammie, now a high school graduate and still grappling with nightmares, winning one fight helps. Is this a form of justice?
Yes, to me it is. He does not deserve that power over people.
Maggie Vespa, NBC News, Quincy, Illinois.
Yeah, that judge's a fucking hypocrite. I'm glad he got removed.